Hello, everybody. People are saying dead air. I mean, it's not that much dead air. It was just a 5 minute pre-stream in case people wanted to give people a minute or two to show up. I guess you could say before we get started. So let's get started. So we'll see how long this stream goes on for. So I have a couple here. If people want to ask me about some as we go through, you can feel free to do so. So yeah, just let me know what you want me to add in. Okay, so let's start off with that's horseshoe theory. So that's horseshoe theory is a reference to Jurassic Park. In particular, the character, Jeff Goldblum's character in it, frequently says that's chaos theory. So I took that and I made that's horseshoe theory, which is, let me see if I can find it. That's chaos theory. Because I just think it works really well. So here, let me just pull this up. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a professional. I'm a professional streamer. I'm a professional is actually a reference to something Tevin always says. Whenever he kind of does his version of like a boomer moment or something like that, he will just say, I'm a professional, ladies and gentlemen, as kind of a self-parody of sorts. Just a boomer inability to, do things properly. There we go. And we will, let me just some boomer argent here. Okay, here we go. So here's what that's horseshoe theory is a reference to.
So that's chaos theory.
So, because in the Nostalgia Critics review of Jurassic Park, he just he constantly played that clip, and I thought that was a really funny meme, so I just kind of adopted it, and so I just have that's horseshoe theory, and that's obviously a reference to things like Sargon says. There's a whole bunch of people who just constantly talk about horseshoe theory, and it's like the SJWs and the alt-right are really the same thing, and the only thing that matters is being a big-brained centrist like myself. Okay, so that's horseshoe theory. And there's someone on my Discord who made a like a little thing of Jeff Goldblum holding a horseshoe from that movie, which was really cool. All right, so let's see here. Let's get to the next meme. Okay, China economy strong. This is obviously probably the biggest one I've come up with. So the story behind that is kind of interesting. Okay, so there's a couple things that led to the generation of China economy strong. It's I don't know if any of you have ever seen CNC Generals. CNC Generals. But Command and Conquer Generals is a kind of a unique Command and Conquer game. It's like the only one that's really kind of they try to set in the real world in kind of a semi-realistic setting. But China Tropico. Let's see here. So it's basically a reference to that. So just because the Chinese voices in that game are absolutely hilarious. So it's a reference to that. It's a reference to the tune is kind of based on You'll Bring Honor to Us All from Mulan. It's kind of based on that. and it's based on something China from Tropico 4. I'll see if I can find a clip from Tropico 4. I can definitely find something from CNC Generals. So where it kind of came up is when I was in Rome, I happened to be staying in Rome's Chinatown. Now, you'll be like, Rome has a Chinatown? It's like, yeah, it's because nothing's sacred to these people. They just take over absolutely everything. So and then the other thing that came up is there's these people in Europe that I call scammers, and they're basically illegal immigrants from Africa. And these illegal immigrants from Africa will sell counterfeit goods. And it turns out that the counterfeit goods were actually made in kind of Chinese sweatshops. The Chinese have like these sweatshops hidden throughout Italy, and Chinamen there will make these artificial goods, and these goods are dangerous. They contain mercury and formaldehyde and lots of other dangerous stuff. So it's just a combination of that stuff came together when I was in Rome, and that led to China economy strong. So let's listen to the China Dozer audio.
It will look real nice when it's done. Nice location. That's a good choice. China will grow larger. A very good plan. A very good plan, General. I can disarm those. Mines are dangerous to China. Our people will be safer. I will get rid of those mines. Build orders complete, sir. Construction built to spec. Construction is complete. Building is complete. We don't have time to go around. What are they doing there? What are they? Protesters? Get out of my way. I'm busy. Ah, yes. That's a good start. Let's take a look. Of course. Looks promising. Sorry, sir. I can't build there. That's not a good spot. Try another. I am unable to build there. There's not enough build space. Could use a little touch-up. No problem. Here, let me help. I know just what it needs. China has been generous. I build for China. We have big plans. We will live in prosperity. Let's build. Building a Chinese empire.
So that's one of them. Let's see here. CNC Generals, China. Try to remember, let's try 0 Hour Infantry.
Yes, defenders of peace, the People's Army. We are the Red Guard, standing attention, ready for orders. We stand together. Understood, right away. Yes, sir. Immediately. Moving now, sir. Attack! Enemies of the state, for the Republic! We will shoot them down. Foreign devils, the Middle Kingdom. They cannot destroy China. We will claim it for China. Raise the red flag, expanding China's borders. This building is ours. China can use this. We have captured the building, sir. Building captured. China can now use this building. The building is ours. We have the building now. General, our base is under attack. They're attacking our base. Our base is being attacked. China is under attack. General, they took our building from us. General, they have captured our building. General, they have control of our building. That building looks safe. We will station there. Hold up in that building. We fight from high place. Garrison the building. Stun bullets are ready, sir. Nationalism will bring us victory.
I love that one. Nationalism will bring us victory.
Bullets are ready, sir. Nationalism will bring us victory. China, save us! Help! Help! China will not forget me! They're attacking! We're losing ground! Machine guns ready. Rifle ready, sir. Gun ready. Subdue the cowards. Knock them out. They will give up. Surrender now. Bow to China. We surrender. Don't hurt us. We throw down our weapons. We give up. Let us live.
Tank hunter here. I'm carrying the big gun. Enemy tanks out there? China's rocket soldier. I like the big targets. We'll tear through their armor.
Okay, let me see here. Units. Save us. It's amazing. I can't believe they were able to put this game out here with the with the most like stereotypical Chinese accents like possible. Let's see. China. Let's see, China vehicles. trying to find the air units because the air units are really funny. Let's see here.
I build for China.
Okay.
Ava. Depot. Our supplies over there. Is this a shortcut? We will move the goods. Is that a supply? I don't think it's worth anything. We cannot afford to go around.
They're in our path. They shouldn't be standing there.
Right, we are moving. Keep it steady.
Rails on your way out. Watch your step.
Dragon tank. Storage tanks sealed. Pressure levels set. Temperature stable. Everything ready here. Adjusting gas valves. It is very hot in here. Maintain a smooth ride. Moving volatiles. Right, we are moving. Keep it steady. Let us get closer. Release the flames. Let loose the juice. Ignition. Drown them in flames. Set them ablazing. Hose them down. Black Napalm upgrade is complete. Unleash the firestorm. The dragon awakes.
This year, General. The end is near, General. This is only the beginning, General. The beginning of the end. Don't worry, General. The warheads are on their way. Sorry for the delay, General. Just gathering my forces. Is the heat getting to you, General? Oh, maybe you're having a meltdown, huh? All forces, prepare for the next assault. Now, where did I put those launch codes? Are you ready for more, General?
Okay, so let me see if I can get some Tropical 4 stuff. Some China from Tropical 4, because China from Tropical 4
Alright, we're back. Sorry about that, I got a phone.
Cold War needs to enter.
Let's see. Is that penultimo? Yeah, it's penultimo. Oh, I need China. Okay, here we go.
Why? Why would there be a... Wow, that guy looks stupid.
China is most willing to help your trapped miners.
Oh, I thought they had like full voice acting in this. Oh, that's too bad. Because they say the hungry China dragon. Okay, so that's China economy strong. So it's that, but it's also the like worker bee mentality. The fact that like for any degree of growth rate, China will do anything. And they justify their nonsense by like saying it's helping to grow the economy. There's kind of this widespread belief in China that so long as the communist government continues to make China great, then people will overlook their nonsense and people will overlook the severe oppression. And so the government has to keep the economy going, because if at any point the economy stops growing, then the government is going to be completely screwed over, and they might start to see pressure for change. Okay. So Shromo shill for China. So at the end of Scream, let me see if I can find this. Scream ending. Yeah, here we go. All right, I found it. So this was another joke I came up with while I was in Italy. Well, with a friend of mine. Is at the end of the movie Scream, you think one guy's the villain, but he actually has an accomplice. So it's like at the end of the West, like Shlomo is there and he's like, ha ha ha, I defeated you at last. And then out comes China and he goes, you think Shlomo? You think China shill for Shlomo? Shlomo shill for China.
Corn syrup. Same stuff they use for pig's blood in Carrie.
That's China. Other guy was Shlomo.
Surprise, Sydney.
Oh, now, whoa.
What's the matter, Sydney? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Why are you doing this? It's all part of the game, Sydney.
It's called Guess How I'm Gonna Die!
Fuck you!
Yeah, so Shromo shill for China. Okay, it is what it is. Nothing I can do, but I digress. Okay, that one's a bit more straightforward compared to some of them. So that's just kind of the three main things that DSP says. It is what it is. Nothing I can do, but I digress. And I just find it really funny just because it's such a, like, it's kind of like So It Goes or Who is John Galt? It's poetry. It's just kind of like, well, it's nothing I could do. It's just a complete cop out and reason for failure. It's just kind of a funny thing to say, especially in the context where you can very easily do something. It's just kind of a symbol of laziness. Okay, so 7.2. This is an old meme. I don't use it that much anymore. So basically what had happened when I was in university, I went to see Star Trek. The first of the reboot movies, which I really liked. The others are trash, but I like the first movie quite a bit. And there's a guy I went to university with who just hated any mainstream movie. He hated anything that wasn't an art film. But he enjoyed Star Trek, and he didn't want to admit he enjoyed it. So he's like, I give that movie 7.2 out of 10. And I use that as like a joke for like an exceedingly mediocre movie. Okay, so going full Avatar. Going full Avatar is obviously a reference to the movie Avatar, and it's just any case in which the main character goes completely insane, joins some savage group of people, and kind of the more savage they go, the better. So like some examples of going full Avatar would be Dutch in Red Dead Redemption. Obviously, Jake Sully in Avatar. The main character in Far Cry 3. Actually, the character in like every Far Cry game, but especially Far Cry 3. Just any stuff like that. Let's see here. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. It's maybe people can think of some other example, but it's whenever they like betray their people and go and join some like inferior savages. Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai, yes, that's a very good example of what I'm talking about. Dances with Wolves, yes. So it's my kind of version of that. Okay, so then we have No Chance. So the name of my book. So where did the name of this come from? And this is kind of a reference to what I find with a lot of modern males is they'll have success having sex with women, but they won't have success having relationships. And at least just from people I know, it tends to be men who want relationships more than women. Women, I find, are generally more interested in casual sex, at least just among the people I know. So there was a guy I knew and he had sex with a girl and she refused to consider him boyfriend material. So I said to him, she gave you your body, but she wouldn't give you a chance. So that's where No Chance comes from. It's a reference to that. It also refers to kind of the original title of No Chance was No Chance, an Odyssey of the Postmodern White Male. And the idea being there's so many just kind of factors working against white males in the modern era. There's just so much hate against them. There's affirmative action. There's feminism, there's Gamergate, etc., that they just really have no chance to attain what they would past generations of males aspired to. That sort of thing. That's kind of what the whole No Chance thing is a reference to. And the main character, it's also kind of a reference to the fact that he keeps going through all of these different... for No Chance situation, I use but we will not give you the rank of master. Yeah, that's a bit like that too. But he keeps like just not going anywhere with his life. He keeps having scenarios where you think he's going to go somewhere. He's finally going to get a GF. He's finally going to get his life together. And that it just doesn't go anywhere. Which reminds me of another one. Another one I have. Okay, so you got to get your life on track. You got to start growing weed again. So this is a reference from the first Trailer Park Boys movie. So in the first Trailer Park Boys movie, Ricky gets out of jail and he like tries to live a semi-honest life. but his life is a complete disaster. Things are just not going well for him. And people at the trailer park keep going, Ricky, you got to get your life on track. You got to start growing weed again. And that's the solution for like his problems and his difficulty. Oh, thank you, Cyber Guy. That's very kind about you. I really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Let's see here. What was I saying again? So that was like, it's just funny because that's the way he's going to get his life on track, is to start becoming a drug dealer again. It's just, I just find it very funny. And there's a part of that in No Chance where Sarah says to Jeremy, you got to start cooking meth again, Jeremy. You got to start cooking meth again. And that's kind of what that's a reference to. I don't know if anyone here has ever seen Trailer Park Boys. I highly recommend it. It's absolutely hilarious. I love Trailer Park Boys. Okay, Mild Concern. Mild Concern is an interesting one. So that dates back to a bunch of movies, particularly Miami Vice. And basically it refers to like something in action movies where people are trying to act and they have absolutely no success doing it. So they just kind of stand there, and it's hard for me to do because I don't have a face cam. But they look concerned, but not concerned enough to do anything. So like some examples of Mild Concern. Let me see if I can find some. Pirates on screen.